It's Movie Time is produced by John DeSando. Listen to the show and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Sommer Sterud.
And this is It's Movie Time.
Yay.
And I'm going to tell you, thanks to you and Johnny, I'm able to watch Netflix. Thanks to you and Johnny, I got tuned into Netflix.
Yes,
and
we finally got you on board with that.
I know, and wouldn't you know, it's really absolutely necessary now. I have no theaters for my guest host to see movies.
Are you going crazy?
I am, but for our show,
yep,
it's life-saving.
Yeah.
So now we've watched together a show called Spenser Confidential. What is that about?
It is a Mark Wahlberg.
Okay,
right?
got it.
He is a cop, good cop. Unfortunately, he gets himself into a bit of trouble.
He does.
And did you know this was based off of the hit series Spenser for Hire?
Yeah, remember Robert Urich?
Yeah,
years
he's
ago.
from my hometown.
Oh, all right,
yeah,
great.
Toronto.
And Robert Parker and Ace, whatever his name is, who've been doing this novel for years.
Yes.
So Wahlberg has found something that really found a home, I think, in this.
He was great. And you know what? I hate that all this is happening with the coronavirus.
Yes.
But otherwise, I don't think we would be reviewing this.
No, we absolutely would not.
Know?
This is you're so right.
And I feel like it's a really fun movie.
Yeah.
That many people would maybe just sort of poo-poo.
Listen, this is a B action comedy. It's about a cop who has come back and he just can't stay out of the game.
No.
And gee, I wonder where it's set. Ooh, it's Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Right.
I think it might be South Boston.
Yes. Southie.
Southie.
Yeah.
I used to work there, you know.
You did?
Yeah, I worked as an administrator for the University of Massachusetts at Boston.
I love Boston. My mom lived there for a decade.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of have a feel for Southie, though we never really integrated ourselves the way Mark Wahlberg integrates himself in that place. I love it. Alan Arkin's little shabby place is $1.5 million or something.
Yeah.
He could sell it for in Southie.
I know. So, yeah, Alan Arkin, he's Henry.
Yeah. Kind of a mentor to Wahlberg.
Right.
Yeah.
And his roommate.
Yeah.
He's from Us.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Winston Duke.
Winston Duke, right,
Yeah.
from Us, and he's kind of a gentle giant.
Yes.
I love that little scene with the kid.
Yeah.
He says, "Are you a giant?" Oh, I love.
Can you fix my bed?
Right.
That was so good. So him and Mark Wahlberg kind of become partners.
Yeah, well, they're roommates.
Yeah.
Arkin shows them together. I mean, where does Wahlberg have to go after prison?
Right.
So he's rooming with this gentle giant.
Yes. Who has sort of taken over loving Wahlberg's dog.
Yes, yes.
And Mark Wahlberg does not like that at first.
That's another great thing. There are these little moments where the dog has bonded with the giant.
Yeah.
And Wahlberg's kind of looking like, what's this all about? This is my dog.
It's my dog. Don't touch him.
I know. But Wahlberg, I mean, is made for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think in a somewhat serious situation, after all, his former boss has probably abused his wife, and that's why Wahlberg took after him and got sent to prison.
Yeah, and he found out he had reason to believe his boss was covering up a murder.
Yep.
And kind of burying the murder of this one woman.
And a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah.
There's nothing like bad cops
in
a movie like this to get your juices going.
I know.
Like, get them. These guys are very bad.
Yeah.
And they play it well. I mean, the cast of characters is really good.
They are. Everybody's really good in it. I wonder what you thought, though. Did you feel like the plot was hard to keep track of? Like, who's working for whom? And see, that, to me, I watched it twice. And I was like, oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, that's a great question. For me, I don't put big demands on grade B thrillers like this.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they're trying to keep us interested, so they're trying to keep us
Yeah.
almost disoriented.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that, I can accept that. But if you're looking for a linear plot, or if you're looking for everything to work together, you're right. It
Yeah.
just doesn't happen. But that's part of the energy, I think, of it.
Yeah.
Everybody's off center.
Yeah.
You know, nothing's working right.
Right.
I mean, when you start with Bad Cops and then you go to Floozy Girlfriends.
Oh man, Sissy.
Yes.
She's great.
Oh, isn't it? Yeah. What?
Yeah, her name is Eliza Schlesinger.
Schlesinger, you're
Yeah,
right.
she was a comedian. She is a comedian.
Okay, so you could identify right away.
I was like, I was very jealous. Because I wanted to hate her.
I know.
Because I'm jealous that she's a great stand-up. And she reminded me of like a Jersey girl in Goodfellas.
Yes.
Or something like that. That that hyperbolic, kind of exaggerated, floozy. But she's a dog groomer, which is silly. Because then they all have to shack up with her because the bad guys are after her. Tons of dogs everywhere.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought that you reminded me of Betty Gilpin in The Hunt.
Oh. Yes.
You know what I mean? That rough character. And I'm attracted to a woman like this in a way that I like independent women.
Yes.
I mean, you know.
I love that character.
Yeah, and both of these characters are kick butt ladies.
Yeah.
And yet they have a soft side. They're in love. I don't know.
Little rough around the edges.
Yeah, rough around the edges.
Badasses.
Yeah. So, but she was just great, and her accent was terrific.
It was good.
And they actually hold hands at some moment because they would appear to be mortal enemies, but of course they love each other, and the humor is constant in this. All right, so while it sounds bloody, it's really constant. And I marked down a couple of things that I really liked.
Great.
Are you ready for this?
What your favorite parts were?
In the scene at the beginning when in their prison.
Yes.
And the bad boys are surrounding our little cop, and you know what's going to happen. They play Sweet Caroline, which is the anthem for the Boston Red Sox.
That's so good. Good eye.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Now, my second one.
And by the way, that was Post Malone making his film debut.
Yes, thank you, yeah.
He is good.
Yeah.
Not bad, okay.
And then when she and Wahlberg are going at it in the bathroom.
Oh, man.
And she reaches her peak. She exclaims, "Go Sox."
I missed that.
Yes, I know.
Are you serious?
I know.
Oh my God, I totally missed that.
And my final one, before that opening sequence in the prison library, where they're gonna take this cop down.
Yeah.
They have there's an instrumental by Boston, the group called Foreplay.
Yes. Oh my, look at you.
Isn't that great?
So you paid really good attention to the sound editing and all
I do my
that.
research.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it seems that Wahlberg is a perfect vehicle for this lighthearted, but really very serious business going on. A bloody business, but you don't see that much blood.
No, not much blood. And you get some boxing action in there, which is kind of fun.
Yes.
The funniest line to me is when he is trying to. I think he's in a convenience store, and he needs footage. He needs their security footage.
Yes.
And the kid's like, that's not a VCR. That's not a recording. Like, and he says, well, where is it? And the guy goes, it's in the cloud. It's in the cloud. Yes. And Wahlberg's been in prison
for 5 years.
So he doesn't know technology, and he's like, give me the cloud. Where's the cloud?
Yes.
And it's just his cadence, like comedic timing. He got really good. He's funny. Like, when did he become funny?
I don't know. But I think there's always been a little bit of that lightheartedness and everything he's done, which is something that I like about him.
Yeah.
But absolutely, this time, this is where I think if he wants a franchise, he's found it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know that he's building his second auto dealership in Columbus, Ohio.
Right. I was so hoping you would bring that up because I was going to. We were behind a car one day and we see Mark Wahlberg dealership, and I was like, that can't be. And it is. What in the world? Why here?
I know. And we don't even have any burger joints. Maybe there's just too many burger joints for Wahlburgers.
Oh, right.
Right. But anyway, we've got it. So we have Mark Wahlberg all around us, and that's not a bad thing at this coronavirus time, right?
Yeah.
And thank goodness for Netflix, and you and I could enjoy this. Look at this as escapism.
Yes, it is escapism. We need it.
Yeah, and if you want real, if you want engaging characters in a silly plot, you pointed that out.
Yeah.
The plot just doesn't really hang together,
Mm-hmm.
but the characters are there and the heart is there.
Yeah.
So, Sommer Marie,
It's
you're a woman of so many talents, and you're a Ph.D. candidate. Now that means I'm going to get some pretty smart grading here.
Yeah.
What grade would you award it?
For what it is, I would give it an A-.
Good. All right. And I'm going to give it a B.
Okay.
Probably just because it's derivative, but I'm with you on the enjoyment factor, and that we're letting our audience know, don't despair. We'll all be back together in the theaters someday, and
But until
then, snuggling up with your big screen. I know, I've seen yours, right?
We got a big one. We got it.
Right in your.
It's not my fault.
Right, and with your 2 stepsons and your doting husband.
Yep.
This is not a bad life for you.
Not a bad life. That means I got to work on my dissertation though.